So in the previous lesson, we ended up with a chart that looked like this. We started August 27th. We had gasoline prices through September 25th, and these were the average prices for Oregon. So today what we want to do is add a second series of data so that we'll have two line charts on a single chart. And so we're going to do a comparison of average gasoline prices for Oregon and then look at some prices in an area of California, and I think we'll go with Southern California, the Los Angeles area. So what we need to do to begin with is to go to that sheet, and let's go ahead and name this one average for Oregon. And that's right down here on this tab. You just double click that and give it a name. And then the next step is to make a copy of this. And so let's go ahead and right click that, select move or copy. And then the move or copy window pops up here, and we need to find the sheet that we want to make a copy of, which is average for Oregon, which is our actual data sheet. Click create a copy. Click OK. And then we need to modify the name of this worksheet, because now we're going to look at 1 month average gasoline prices, Oregon, and whoops, I don't want to do that. We could either double click here in A3 and edit, or you could come right up to the formula bar and we could put Oregon versus, let's put Los Angeles. And then we'll want to insert a row to have a little more space here. So come on down to A4 or B4, somewhere in this row 4. And then in this section over here, we want to insert a row. So I have a little space. And then if we click on the active cell border, we could move price up to here, and then we could put price, Oregon. And then here, we can put price, Los Angeles. And then, of course, we need to put this in the center and double-click here to widen the cell a little bit so we have enough space. And then we want a border underneath this. And at any time, I know I'm going faster, you go ahead and pause the video and catch up. This is all review as far as using these tools. There's our border tool. Now we have this border tool here from that little move I made, and because we don't want a border there, we'll come to our border tool and select no border, and then we look like that. So at this point, get that much done. I'm going to pause at this point, and we'll get back and we'll take a look at where we are going to obtain this data for Los Angeles. So next up, we need to go to the internet. So head out to your browser, and we're going to go to a site called GasBuddy. And that's where we're going to find these figures. So let's go ahead and do that. So here we go. I just did a search for GasBuddy. You want to go to gasbuddy.com, the official site. And then that's going to take you to a home screen. It'll look something like that. Probably show, based on your location, some of the best prices around. So there's a lot of neat stuff in here, but right now what we want to do is go to the gasoline price charts. And what we are going to do is come down here. We'll work here within this on the left screen here, area 1. And the first thing you're going to want to do is update your Oregon prices, because we're looking at the last 30 days, and so the first time you did this, 30 days previous, was August 27th. Probably by the time you get around to this, it's going to be the 29th or 30th. So what you'll need to do is adjust this new information here where we have gasoline Oregon versus Los Angeles. And I just realized I have not renamed this here. It was a copy of it, but what I want to do is double click and change that for Oregon versus LA. There we go. But the first step is to update the previous 30 days for Oregon. And so when you look over here at the GasBuddy site, we need to come back in here and look for Oregon. There we go. And then you'll see here it's the, well, that didn't update here. What's going on? Oh, 1 month. I got to click 1 month. There it is. So there, see, 828, whereas ours was 827. And so by the time you do this, this might be 829. And so what you'll want to do is that you don't have to redo every number, but just come in and add. You can leave the 28th from what we had the other day, but you'll need to add for these 2 days that we don't have. So I would come in here, and this would be for 925, you've got $2.52. And this looks like $2.53, so it looks like 2.53, and you could just estimate that. It looks like about a 2 there if you run that out to the thousands. 2.532 on that one right there. So what you could do if you want, you could have both your GasBuddy on one side here and then our Excel on the other side, like so. And I'm going to come down here and I'm going to extend this down to the 26th for mine. You will probably be at least having the 27th on there, so I'm going to put 2.532. And so that's getting the Oregon information updated. And now we want to add new information, and so we're going to come here and customize this chart. We still want to do the 1 month. But we want to go and search for Los Angeles, California. So we need to get to the L's. And LO, Los Angeles. Right there, Los Angeles, California. So once you have GasBuddy up and running, and we've got Los Angeles for the past month, and my first date indicated here is August 28th, which corresponds right here. And so what you'll do is take a look at this price. There's $2.70. It's just about at $2.71. So I'm going to call that 2.719. And then go to the 29th, and it looks like it's sitting right at 272. And so just estimate these and punch all of your numbers in for each of the 30 or so days that are listed, and bring those all the way down. And then we'll go ahead and graph a second set of data.